everyone, and welcome to December's video. I am Georgina Durkin, an intuitive therapist based in Wicklow in Ireland, and if this is your first time watching one of these videos, I am so happy you found yourself here, and I hope this video helps in the month of December to connect you to your soul, to your truth, to the peace, to the joy, to the love that is within you and all around. And that is my goal and my aim with these videos, is to really connect you into that joy, into that peace, into that love, into your truth, into your soul, and really live from that space in your daily life. So I always try and make these videos as practical and as simple as I can so that we can actually implement the soul into our daily life and experience it. Because if we actually don't know how to live from that place, we actually don't feel any different and nothing changes. So I hope that December's video, with the holidays and with Christmas and with all that's going on, brings you more of that connection. And we will talk today in this video about what it really means to be connected to your soul in the month of December. And this video is entitled Peace Begins With Me. And in the last video I did in November, it really spoke to you about your conscious choice and how powerful that is. And every day and every moment we get to choose how we respond or react to life, what we choose to see, what we choose to take from a moment, whether we choose to really come from love or come from fear. So every day there are many choices in every moment that we are making that are contributing to our overall feeling and experience of that day. And it is most of the time coming from how our mind decides it's going to think about something or about the day or about those moments, and the perspective that we choose to take. So I really wish for you this holiday season, this month of December, at the end of 2018, going into 2019, where we have experienced a year of huge transformation, huge change, huge letting go, huge surrendering into the unknown. There are massive shifts happening in our consciousness, in our vibration. We are being pushed energetically with the universe pushing us to evolve and to grow into a more soulful living, and coming from that soul truth, that authentic place within us, being who we are born to be, and releasing the faults, the fears, the ego, who we thought we were, and changing how we value what we value, what we place importance on, and bringing more togetherness, oneness, rather than separation, division, limitedness. And that all comes from how we think, how we choose to believe, what we choose to believe, and how we act. So we each have a huge part to play in our evolution and our growth, in whether we shift into that more loving consciousness, into that higher vibration, one of more peace and one of more joy. And this season really does focus on peace and joy and love. And the words are everywhere, and we see them on banners and signs and decorations. So really, why don't we choose to really focus in on what that actually means? And after a year of huge transition and change, that we get to really start bringing all these changes into our life, and all the wisdom we have learned and all the gifts we have received through that learning. Let's start to really reward ourselves with experiencing more peace and more joy. For so many of us, this 2018 has been a year of really going inwards, really being forced to go inwards even if we don't want to. Our bodies have pushed us inwards by creating some sort of symptoms for us to look at. Are the challenges that we have come up in life through things happening in our life have really pushed us to look inwards and look at what are we holding on to that is not serving us anymore, that is keeping us stuck in the past, that is keeping us limited and in fear. that is holding us back from being who we truly, truly want to be, who we desire to be, stopping us and holding us back from creating the life that we know in our heart and soul is there for us, but we just can't seem to get there. There are beliefs, there are behaviors, there are habits, there are people, there are things that are in our life that no longer serve us, that are old, that are not going to enable us or help us rise into this new vibration and this new consciousness. They could be thoughts we have about ourselves and others, beliefs, patterns, habits, people, situations that we need to really, really assess and really look at and really question, is this empowering me? Is this disempowering me? Is this leading me closer to what I truly want and desire? Is this honoring my soul? Is this honoring my truth? Is this love or is this fear? Is this draining me? Is this fanning my inner flame? Is this fueling my fire and my passion for life? And we've been asking those questions a lot during the year, and then hopefully getting the help and support that it takes in order to act then from that knowing and release and let go the things that no longer serve us. And that takes great trust and great faith. And in that, you're going to feel sadness and a lot of grief and loss because you're losing things that you may have had and held on to for a long, long time. But in that opening up and releasing, you're creating a huge amount of space. And this space is where you invite in the new. And the new, hopefully, will be what is more aligned with you, what brings you more joy, what brings you more peace, what is more connected to you, what feels more like love, and what allows you to create and live a life that feels more loving, and that you get to experience that in your daily life. So December is really a month, the end of this year, where we really want to bring everything together and really start to live from the learnings and really start inviting in the energies and the feelings that we want to live from on a daily basis, not just from December. And in doing so now at the end of 2018, you are actually putting a huge energy out into the universe as to how you want to live in 2019. So it is like a vortex is opened, a door is opened, a portal is opened, and the universe is listening, and we are laying the foundations now and really setting intentions that will allow us to go into 2019 with that focus and that energy, and the universe will really start putting those like blocks in place, like the blocks of a new wall. We're building a new container, we're building a new home. And that is for the new vibration, the new consciousness. So let us look at the word peace. What does that really mean? Because as a mom of twins who are 3, and a wife and a healer and a teacher and a guide and a daughter and a sister and all of that, life is busy, life is full, and it's wonderful, it's great, but I definitely need reminders as we go into December to focus on what matters to me, because none of the busyness matters to me and all of the stuff that's going on if I can't actually enjoy it or experience it or be present to it. So I want to really, really enjoy the fruits of my labors of this year of doing a lot of inner work and looking at what I've had to release and let go. And for me, the themes really this year has been trust, surrender, letting go of control. And so I want to now be able to really enjoy a lot of my hard work. And I can only do that if I remember and I'm present. And the word peace really brings me back to remembering why we're doing all this and why we have all these holidays and why is this so important. And remembering that the peace starts with me, that everyone outside of me can be going crazy and in a state of fear and worry and anxiety and stress, and all of this can be happening, but I don't need to be there. I can choose to be in peace. But that takes real mindful awareness and presence and focus. And so I need a simple way to remember that, because so easily, my goodness, so easily do we get pulled into that stress and into that panic and into that anxiety and into that overwhelm. And I know on a daily basis, I constantly have to remember presence and breath and simple things that bring me back to the peace within, because I may have two, screaming toddlers looking for my time and attention, and I'm trying to do all these other things, and I don't want to react from a place of stress and anxiety. Sometimes I do, but really my choice is to respond with more peace, more presence, so that I can actually enjoy the day, them, what's going on, and I want to enjoy the excitement and the wonderment and the magic and the gifts that this December and this season brings us. So what I have used over the years, and I find it really, really helpful, is remembering the word peace. And I created an acronym, P.E.A.C.E. P standing for presence, E standing for energy, A standing for awareness or acceptance, C standing for connection, and E standing for embrace. So let me just explain those. And when I remember the word peace, it's in my mind and in my awareness all the time now. So I just think peace, peace, peace. When I feel myself being pulled into the stress or into the worry or into the anxiety, I just remember the word peace. And if I have time, I will go through each of those letters and remember what each stands for and try and do something from the practice, which I'll just show you. So P is presence. This is one we really need to remember all the time, but presence is about really being present to the moment and not trying to change it, and just being aware of what's going on and choosing to maybe see the gift in the present moment, but just not letting my mind go so far ahead or right back in the past, really just being present. And so how I do that is just breathe. My breath always brings me back. So when I notice I'm going way too far in the future, or I'm not here in this moment, or I'm thinking about what happened yesterday, or what could happen tomorrow, or what I haven't done tomorrow, what I have to get done, I just remember peace, presence, P, presence, breath, breathe. And I do a few rounds of just mindful breathing, in closing my eyes if I can, breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth, or whatever way you breathe, just making it more conscious that you focus on your breath. Even left hand on my heart, right hand on my belly. Breathing in and feeling everything rise and expand. And as I breathe out through my nose, I feel everything just contract and go back. And just a few, and even a minute of conscious breathing brings me back to the moment. And then from there on, I'm responding, not just reacting. I also might use my fingers and go through my fingers and go, peace begins with me. I might say it out loud, or I might say it silently to myself, but peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. And I might do 30 seconds of that, and that brings me presence. So presence, P. E, energy. So what do I mean by energy? Being really, really conscious and mindful that my energy is my responsibility. So I need to fill my cup up. I need to be doing things that raise my vibration, that raise my energy. So I need to be eating well. I need to be eating the foods that raise my energy. I need to be doing things that fill my cup up, that exercise, fresh air, movement, being around people that inspire me, reading, doing my spiritual practices, anything that raises my energy, and the things that really drain my energy, really being mindful that I limit those, or if I can, clear those. So really focusing on keeping my energy high and in the right vibration for me to actually be able to be in a place of joy and peace and love. So A, the next one, P.E.A.C.E, A is acceptance. So accepting where we are in this season. This season is going to be busier. December is busy. We may be out of our normal routine. We may be socializing with people we don't normally socialize with. We may be in uncomfortable situations. We may be different situations. They're accepting people's differences. That's a big one, especially with family. People do things differently. They have different ways. They have different habits. They have different ideas, different opinions. Accepting that, knowing and trying to take on the belief that we are all just trying to do our best with what we have. with the awareness, with the wisdom, with the knowledge, with the information. We are all just trying to do our best with what we have. So acceptance, also accepting your feelings and your emotions, not trying to change them, block them, push them down, just accepting, okay, today I'm tired, today I'm grumpy, today I'm feeling stressed. What can I do to nurture this, to nourish myself, to move through this with greater ease? So acceptance. C, connection. Really, really important one as we get really busy. December to me is really a month where really what it's about is connecting with love, connecting with that unconditional love, that loving presence, our source, soul, spirit, our loved ones. And all the other stuff really doesn't matter, but we get so caught up in all the other stuff, we forget about really connecting with each other, connecting with our soul. So taking time to really connect by calling someone, just picking up the phone and talking to them, really listening to someone, spending time with people where you're really present. You're not just thinking of all the other things you have to do and you're just filling time or space. Really being present, listening to them, connecting in with what they have to say, reaching out, writing a letter to someone, just taking time to really connect, and then connecting with yourself. So having some sort of daily spiritual practice, which I've talked about in a previous video about, a morning practice, but connection, it really will bring us to that peace and that joy and that love. And then E, the last one, is embrace. So embracing the gifts this season brings us. This season is about gifts, but really focusing on the gifts that we don't always see, but they're in the moments if we choose to see it like that. So going in with an intention in December of, I am choosing to embrace the gifts that every moment is bringing me, that every day is bringing me. Help me to see those gifts. Help me to receive them. A lot of focus is on giving, and it's really also very important to receive, that we are open to receive the love from the universe, open to receive the love from people, open to receive the gifts that are really waiting for us in every moment. If we choose to take that perspective and choose to take that belief, we can see the gifts in pretty much anything. So embracing the gifts, seeing the gifts, asking the questions, what can I learn? What can I receive? What are the gifts in this moment? And if we really remember this word peace and remember what each letter stands for, and even just choosing one in those moments where we feel like we are losing ourselves, losing the presence, losing the peace, losing the joy, losing the calm, getting really ungrounded, getting caught up in the anxiety and the fear and the stress, come back to the word peace. Go through the letters. Take something out of that to focus on, and you will notice a shift. You will come back to your center. You will come back to your truth. You will come back to that presence, to that peace, to that joy. And that is my wish for you in this holiday season, during this holiday season, in the month of December, as we put a close on 2018 and the massive transformational year that it has been, and go into 2019 in a much more authentic, truthful, soulful, loving way. We get to choose that. And it begins now. We are laying the foundations for next year. So my wish for you is that you really do experience true peace and true joy and true love, and you get to receive it, and you get to open your heart to it all, and that you start to really, really witness and see the love all around, that you get to receive that unconditional love that's within you. You get to really experience it, and that it comes into your daily life, that you're open to allowing it come in, and that this holiday season may be a very, very joyful, peaceful, loving one for you. So I look forward to seeing you in 2019. Please, if you need extra help and support, I'm always doing my one-to-one sessions with people all around the world. I'm so blessed and grateful that I get to do that. You can look at everything and see everything on Georgina Durcan, DURCAN.com. Also, I have announced, if you've subscribed to my newsletter on my website, you will see that I launched a podcast, and this, I hope, will really serve and support and guide and help people really come back to their truth, to their soul, to that power and that love within. And I'll be releasing new episodes every week. They are there for you to listen to whenever you can, and really to guide you home to who you truly are. So whatever way we connect, I look forward to it. I am grateful for you all. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Have a wonderful holiday, happy Christmas, and a most blessed happy new year. 2019 is going to be amazing. It's going to be full of love, full of miracles, full of abundance. Let's start laying the foundations for that in December. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you soon. Bye.